Hello and welcome to season 2, episode 14 of the D Hoop University podcast. This is your host, Daryl Harris, also known as D Hoopster. And today, I needed this. I will say that this is a return to form, if you will, a continuation of the vibe that we introduced last summer, where it's not prime time season for anybody. WNBA is on hiatus. SummerSlam is this weekend. But we're not in the throes of sports right now, and it was time to check in with one of my dogs, man. He was on the initial list of people I wanted to talk to on this pod, and today we made it happen. He is the man behind the sounds that you are about to hear right now, and one of my dogs, man. One of my dogs. Shout out to Sami Zayn. Shout out to Big Jayce. Let's get into this new music. Let's talk some Olympic hoops on the back end. Missed y'all. We'll be back a little bit more. We're about to pick it up a little bit. A lot has happened. We got some new digs, some new keys. But shout out to Babe as well. Mwah. Without further ado, let's chop it up with my boy Jayce. Long overdue. It's definitely about that time. So welcome, my boy. If you listen to this pod, period, if you have pressed play on this podcast, except for the first couple episodes, and if you were listening in, I appreciate you. But if you listen to this podcast, period, you can go ahead and thank this man for the fire beat that you're hearing under us as we speak right now. Big Jayce himself.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Man, what's the deal, man? Nothing much. I'm just happy to be here for real, bro. It's been a long time coming. I ain't gonna lie. We've been trying to get this going a few times, but we finally here, man. We finally here.
Yeah, man. J to the Izzo, my dog, man.
Yes, sir.
We go way back. What's funny, bro? I was thinking about this after we confirmed we was gonna do it. This one I was like, I gotta text him because I'm like conversations we have going back to literally when we first met. Now I'm not, you know the story. I'm not I'm not gassing the story either. Freshman year of high school. This before the school year started. I was pull up to a basketball practice. We shooting outside. Jerron was there. Shout out to Ron.
Yes,
man.
sir. Shout out Ron, man.
I don't know anybody. I know Jeremy. I'm expecting to know Jeremy and Gregory. Shout out to the twins. They alumni.
Right, twin.
Pull up. All right, let me get a couple shots. I make 3 or 4. I make a couple in a row, and it's awkward because it's like, man, I do not know these fools, but at least I look good right now. First impression.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, man, and that was just the beginning, bro. That was just the beginning, man. Them days, man. Bro, you put me on the sneakers in a real way, bro. Going back to, I gotta tell you that.
Bro, and I don't know if you remember, taking them trips to the Cerritos Mall, bro. We looking at Foot Locker, trying to grab the newest KDs or whatever it was at the, whatever the hot shoe was, the Hyperfuses, I think was, in at the time. And man, what people don't know, bro, we kind of clicked off the rip. I remember just, bro, first week of school, me and you was locked in. Wherever they seeing you, it was almost they seeing me almost. So it's
bro.
We was really tied in. So
because that was not my neck of the woods, and you was hella familiar. So
yeah,
I was just like, hey, you were plugging me with a lot of the info, the background details. Yeah, so and so. Yeah, I know this fool. I went to elementary school with them. Man, some good old days, bro.
Right, yeah. Nah, we just clicked off the rip, bro. And those is I tell people all the time, those are some of the most fun days I had, looking back to them days of just that whole team experience and then being at guard, bro. It's some real legends that done came out of that school, so it's just dope to see where everybody is at right now.
Yeah, man. Mad pizzas ordered there. Shout out to 11111 Artesia Boulevard.
Man, for real. Sonoras, you know, the whole
Man, mad
nine.
quesadillas,
The carne
mad trips to
asada
the mall.
nachos.
Oh, that's facts,
Man,
bro. And it just goes to show, man, we used to tear them up as a team. Why did we
as a
used to do?
team, bro, we go. I think the nachos was about 650. We used to be splitting it up. Like, yo, I got two. I got two. I got a quarter right here. But nah,
They
like,
did
and
used
and
to go
that's
crazy.
and that's how you build that camaraderie, bro. Like,
Yeah,
for I feel like we'll always forever be locked in just because of everything we went through as especially in that pivotal moment of our lives. Like, that high school period is like really make or break. I feel like that's almost shapes you into who you are as an adult. So you feel me? Just to like, man, we really came a long way, bro. Like
yeah,
six of us splitting up one nacho order, like so that's crazy.
no,
But
that's nuts, man. Hey, it was funny, bro.
yeah,
I've been what's also funny, dog. I referee out here, and I've been doing it
yeah,
the last couple of weeks.
yeah.
For real. I think I seen your brother name on the list like a week. Like
Nah,
when I was
that's
looking at
what.
the roster, I was
Nah, he
going
for
through.
sure
I
out
said, "Hold
there.
on, I for sure know this name."
Yeah,
Like
that's him. He out there right now still. So yeah, nah, man, we everywhere with it, bro. That's how small the world is.
literally, and it's a gang of refs on this roster. But I just happened to be scrolling through. I'm like, oh, I know this last name. I don't know many people. Oh, I definitely know this first name. This is
Yeah,
definitely the bro.
yeah,
It was funny
that's
is that
him.
I'm at these gyms, refing these games like the last couple of weekends. You know, the summer tournaments, literally full circle.
Right,
We
right,
mad trips out here for these Vegas summer ball. And
right.
now I'm refereeing the games, joking with these little dudes, seeing
Yeah,
fools trying to dunk and all this and
yeah,
that. But what's funny is I'm watching, man, it was this young team, Vegas Elite. They was like 10 or 11.
yeah.
Super, super, super cold. They beat this one team 88-6. I refed it. And it
Hmm.
was literally mercy rule. But it's just
Yeah,
funny watching these boys with these kicks on. One of them had like the
yeah,
weatherman KD4s on with like a navy jersey, but with like he had some little swag to make it match.
yeah.
And I'm like, bro, after the game, I'm like, what you know about those, bro? What do
Right.
you are 11 years
Right.
old.
You
You
don't even
weren't
know what you got
born.
on your feet right now, boy. Like you don't even know what you got on your feet. Like and the craziest part, my bad to, keep going,
Nah,
but
bro.
man, like those weathermans when they first dropped, like those were like $900 shoes. Like that's how much they were in demand back then. I want to say it was probably even more than that, but like you go in the mall now, you might see them sitting on the shelf still, and it's like, wow, man. Like I think them Galaxy phone pods is about to come back out, and I remember
Uh,
the heartache trying to get those.
man.
I think that was freshman year, so
It,
definitely like it's
I remember you scooped the All Star Kobe's that year that glow in the dark. We
yeah.
was in Miss Roddick's class one day and they cut the lights off. You like, hey yo, look, these joints glow in the
Yo,
dark.
right, right. And
Crazy,
that's
yeah,
just
no,
always been me,
stupid
bro.
hype,
Yeah,
stupid hype.
yeah,
Nah, we could really go all day like this, bro. This is definitely what feels good, man. Let's get some shout outs
yeah.
in there. We are going to chop it up a bit, man, because for one, you just put out a fire tape. We're gonna get all the way into that. Just kind of let
Thank
you,
you, thank you.
and by all means, I just want to let you cook a little bit, man. Let you, go down a little rabbit hole about who you are as an artist, man. What goes into it? Because it's a I got for off the top, like I said, we're gonna get to it a little later, but I want to say this now, like, bro, I commend you for it. It's not a
Man, thank you.
simple craft to jump in industry field, whatever you want to call it, man. Like
Right,
it requires commitment, requires a lot of vulnerability,
right,
creativity. It's especially when there's no rules to it. You can go about it
right.
however you want to go about it. And
And and and that's the most like that what you said right there. That's what I want people to like really focus on. Like when making a song, like it's so many directions you can go in. I feel like the direction is almost infinite. So it's like for you to be able to come up with the whole concept and see it all the way through from start to end, knowing that it's millions of different variations of this song that you could do. It's like I feel like that's the most difficult part, and what people don't realize is like, yeah, the song even everybody has their own opinion, so it's like your preference might not be one of you liking the song, but regardless of that, you should respect the fact that they were able to create that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the possibilities and the directions you can go in music is infinite, bro. Like it's
That's
I
when it
think that's
becomes
the
art.
right, exactly. But shoot, let me go ahead and get into these shout outs, man. First and foremost, I want to shout out God. None of it possible without God. But secondly, I want to get shout out my family, man. My family has been my support system, especially moms and my girl, shout out Michaela.
Hey
Um,
now, hey now.
you feel me? So just want to shout out to the family, my dad, my brothers, all my loved ones, Ron, Wax, everybody. My dad, I don't know if I said pops already, but and then I want to shout out to the my guys too. Shout out Stay Working, shout out Keem, shout out B Side Gallery, shout out my boys
Shout
Ja,
out, shout out.
Darren, Didi. You feel me? Dazay, all my loved ones, and
My
everybody that's
boy
doing their
Da.
thing. Yeah, you
That
feel me?
these boys got kids out here, man. Shout
Man,
out.
and that's I love to see that, bro, as we
Boys,
get
stay
older and
working.
seeing, man. So yeah, start out Stay Working, shout out B Side Gallery and Maple House too. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got for the shout outs, man. Shout out to Giants Records too. Just to Stay Working Giants Records collab. We got more merch on the way. So we just doing it out here, man. We really trying to grind and get to it for sure.
Oh yeah, man. Happy to hear that, bro. Shout outs to all of them for sure. Shout out to that all of the teammates, all of the guys. They didn't got shout outs on here before.
Man,
This is the summer. What did I like to call this? These are summer sessions, man. Summer check-ins. You know,
yeah,
it's the D Hoop University Summer World Tour class. We kind of get off topic when it's not primary season, it's not football season, basketball season.
right.
Playoffs going on right now. We will talk some Olympics, but I did this last summer. I got Mylan on here, told his story, man, about
Yeah,
jumping into the artist game. Had the
right.
twins on here, talked about them being college athletes, and just kind of let
Yeah,
us had my mans on here talking sneakers. So this, bro, I done told you, man, that you were one of the first people I wanted to have on here from the jump as well. And
right.
it was only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. But
Yes,
shout out to
sir.
everybody that's been on here before. That's fam that's tapping in because they saw a familiar face on the featured list. I got a Big Jayce
Man.
feature before a lot of people.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Nah, we about manifestation over here, man. Mila said
Yeah.
on here that he's gonna meet Tyler the Creator, and when he does, he's gonna look back on here and shout it out. And
Yeah.
hey, I
That's
believe it.
dope.
I'm gonna just wait till it happens so I can get my
Right.
clip in.
Right. For sure. For sure.
And you know what, bro? I wanted to start off with the game, but we know what Team USA did, and we can talk some other basketball in the back end, bro. Let's jump right into it, man, because that's what really got me motivated to hit you up. You text me the other night,
Yeah.
nothing, just a link. I'm like, what bro sent me? I don't think I saw it till the next day
Yeah.
or something. And I'm like, oh, we got a tape.
Yeah.
And what's funny about that is, bro, this year, it's funny, man. Just as we get older, it
Right.
takes a couple years for you to like realize certain things about yourself that's really different. And
Yeah.
my music intake has been skinny, bro. Has been
Wow.
super
Yeah.
skinny. Like, especially
Yeah.
this year. This year for sure. Last year, I put myself on to maybe like one new artist a year. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'm playing the classics. I'm playing the faves, man. Like, I done played
Right.
this Kendrick and Drake little cycle so many times on my phone.
Yeah.
Like literally the most
Right.
played songs are the songs I play for my son in the morning. Like come the end of
Right.
the year.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and I heard this, man, this and that Anderson Pack. Thank the Lord that I got both of these in the
Yeah.
rotation now because
Yeah.
these were immediate whole album at the joint, man. And I've been listening to
Man,
you, bro,
thank
since
you.
literally day one. Um,
Right.
so
Appreciate
I
that,
can hear the
bro.
evolution. I can hear the evolution on like a super
Right.
deep level, bro. But
Right.
let me let you describe Big Jayce World, man. Is this an album? Is this a tape?
So Big Jayce World, man, it's an album, bro. I feel like my supporters and people that have been with me since the beginning, they're able to kind of like tell when it's like, okay, this is just a project he putting out. But they can separate the two between a project and an album because I just feel like it feels a little bit more different. I don't want to say I put more thought or care into the albums, but I guess I'm just moving with a little more intent. I'm a Many people may know this or may not know this. Like I'm a huge Kendrick guy. Like I've been a Kendrick fan from like day one. Like
Put
I
me
don't
on,
know if
bro.
you're
You put me on. No cap. I for sure, for
man.
sure.
And so like even back then in high school, like this is probably my junior or senior year, like people running up to me like, "Oh, is this Kendrick?" Like I don't know if you remember that, but it was like that happened a few times. So it's just like I just always felt connected to him, and the way he goes about making albums, like it kind of like shifted the way that I view making albums. Like he really takes time, and every album is gonna be like sonically different, but it's going to be, you know, it's gonna be some messaging in it. And really, bro, I've been working on this album for 4 years, but like the funniest part about it, the majority of the album was probably like the majority of the songs probably done in like the last 2, 3 months. And it's like sometimes, it's just funny like that. Like, man, you've been working on a project or whatever, doing all these different songs, and you think you got it done, and it's just like, nah, that wasn't all the way it. So in this process, bro, I probably scrapped maybe like 5 or 6 different albums.
I believe
There
it.
were several times, man, there was several times I'm geared up, ready to go. Everything been mixed and mastered and spent thousands on projects and, get up to the point and just
Sheesh.
like, yeah, it's just like, I feel like the artistic side of me is just like, nah, like, it's not it. And so with doing music, I've learned to not be married to anything because you never
Yep.
know when it's gonna, change or evolve. You might play the same song 100 times, and then on that 101 time, you hear something like, "Oh, I can add this now." So, I mean, that was really the process, bro. Just, just living life, man. I feel like over this time period, I've really grown a lot. Like I've just gotten older and just opened my eyes more to things. And I think you can hear that on the album. That's what I really wanted to illustrate as far as the world, just bringing the listener in to like, what I've been dealing with the past 4 years or so. Like I had a few name changes and all that. So I felt like it was best for me to just answer everything on the album. So, Big Jayce World came about. I probably, like I said, the majority of the album was probably done within the last like 3 months. To make reference to what you said earlier, that Kendrick and Drake battle really did like inspire me, bro. Like I can
I could
honestly
tell, man. I
say,
can't.
like,
I couldn't believe that it wouldn't.
yeah, so it's like, and on both sides, just the fact that we see two high caliber artists, moving that fast and working that quick. And after that whole ordeal, bro, I think I really just locked in on the album. And then, there was a LA show, the Pop Out.
Yes, sir.
And
Juneteenth.
yeah. So I was watching that, and it's just like it was a feeling that came over me. I was just happy, proud to be from the West, but it was also a feeling of like, damn, like I want to be on that stage. You feel me? And I've been
Oh yeah.
almost making music for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 10 years next year, bro.
Speak
So
on it, bro.
you feel me? So like I said at that moment, like after that show, I was like, bro, it'll never be an event that go down like that, and I'm not a part of it. So like I think that just kicked me into like a different gear, or it was just a motivation for me to just really lock in and hone in. And I probably, like I said, the last few songs, probably the last 5 or 6 songs came post that Pop Out. I want to say probably maybe 3 or 4 of the songs might have been done before that.
Yeah.
But just locking into that energy, bro, and really just following it and seeing it all the way through. And it's a lot of themes on the album, man. Like I really want to encourage people to go listen because off the first listen, it's a dope album. So you're gonna be like, oh, that was dope. But it's a lot of like it's loaded with stuff in there. Like I really tried to put my best creative foot forward on this and really challenge the listener to really create an ultimate experience. I wanted to feel like the listener is actually coming into my world almost like, as I say this, as it looks like I'm, floating in outer space right now, but Big Jayce World.
Yes, sir.
Even just down to the name Big Jayce World. I just wanted to like really make a statement. Like I said earlier, I changed my name from J.O. Cortez to Jason to Big Jayce, and a lot of people, might have felt a certain way about it, or looked at it a certain way, but it was something that I was like, I felt it was right. And even down to the cover, I put the butterfly on there is because it's like I feel like the butterfly is the perfect representation for evolution. And I feel like that was the main point. Like I wanted to show on the album is just like, butterfly starts off as a caterpillar. The caterpillar might go through this grueling journey to get to the cocoon, but once you get to the cocoon, everything that led up to that point is worth it because you know what's coming out of that cocoon, the butterfly. So, there's a song on there called Butterfly Pimpin', which I really
Yeah,
think
I
is
caught I
probably
caught the
the center
bars.
point. Yeah, you feel me? It's this the symbolism and just leveling up, bro, and just ultimately finding your confidence and just working and relying on your faith. So, that's Big Jayce World. I know I've been ranting, my fault, bro, but
Nah,
I
bro,
just
this
get
is
excited.
and I got more questions like than anything, man, because
Yeah,
there's layers to this, bro. And I gave it a hearty listen. Like, bro, it's just different.
yeah.
One of your last albums,
Right,
bro.
right.
That's one of my joints, dog. The
Man,
22-6,
thank you. Thank
bro.
you.
That like you got tapes that I really reflect. Like when they come on the shuffle, like it's like my shuffle don't miss
Yeah.
a beat. Like I'm not touching
Right,
that. Like,
right.
like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So, um, this really came through because all right. So it starts right. I'm gonna just give you some
Right.
takeaways.
Right.
Or I'll start. I got like four I'll write down. For
For
one,
sure.
I'm gonna start with my favorite song, and I want to say that this has to be in your top two or three on the album. It absolutely has
Okay.
to be,
Okay.
and I'm talking about what I feel like is the outro because like you kind of put a real solid like what's this? That's like the faith. It's kind of like a pro like the
Yeah.
epilogue. It's just kind of it's like
Right,
credits
right.
almost. That's almost
Right.
credits.
Right.
Some spiritual, motivation as well. Like, sticks with
Yeah.
it over some beats. Also, side note, how much of this did you produce on the beat and production side?
Man, it's all me on the
I was gonna
production,
say,
bro.
don't even say
Yeah,
it.
top
I
to
was gonna
bottom.
assume, but no, I was gonna be like, I know
Yeah.
you could say like, bro, I did it all. Like humbly and like
Yeah,
no
bro.
cap, I did it all. But I say that for I wanted to specify because bro, I saw you put the time in on just like, nah, man, it
Yeah.
might have been a whole year of like, nah, bro, I'm beat man. Ain't nobody
Right, right.
I'm about to figure out these beats from
Man.
scratch. You know what I'm saying? All right, so
And
that's
and, and that and then my bad, but nah,
no, go
that
ahead.
just come from just necessity, bro. Like when I first started rapping,
Yeah.
it was hard to get beats. It's like, okay, if you wanted to beat, you almost had to have some type of industry connect. Like, I mean, it's a lot of people rapping now, but 10 years ago, it's not like, I mean, you can't even compare. I would say it's more rapping now than 10 years ago. That's what I'll say. So
You
when I first started rapping,
and in that quick years, a lot changed. 10 years ago, you could have ripped the beat off of YouTube and like had a smooth little
right,
joint just trying to buzz. Like,
right,
go
right.
ahead.
So, but like back then it was hard. Like you literally had to know somebody that was producing or whatever the case may be. So I'm trying to find my way through this world.
Just had
And it was just like I
disposable,
couldn't
or just had disposable bread to be like, look, I'm buying beats. But go ahead.
right. Right. I'm 17, 18. So it's like I'm rapping off instrumentals, but it's like, okay, how long can you do that? They want to hear some original music. So man, I want to say I think this probably was like around the time I was first starting like college. So I think I took like that little graduation money I got from graduating and went and bought studio equipment, bro, and just was like, I'm gonna learn. And literally just self-taught myself to, make all these beats and stuff. And like here we are 10 years later, like, so I mean
So
it's
for
just the proof that the work pays off.
so that's nuts. Just so you know, and everybody listening knows that, bro. Really, all right.
Yeah,
Shout out to that paper man, that diploma man. I see you, bro. I'm proud of you, dog. Way to go,
man,
my dog.
for real, for real, for real.
Got it,
Thank
and
you,
then it's an investment. It's an investment in yourself, 100%, and you double
man.
down on the investment. Same with this
Right,
equipment. Now that I'm moved and resettled, y'all about to see this background transform some more,
right.
leveling up this microphone, everything. Um,
Elevation.
so that's crazy still. Off the top, welcome. I didn't when my first listen on albums that I'm really like looking forward to listening playing. I like
Yeah,
to press play, maybe peek at the songs when the songs change at most, but I like to try and like go spoil free. Like I don't want to know how long the song is.
right,
I'll if I
right,
see the feature, then I see the feature. But if I can avoid, who's on the track for my first like interested listen, all right, cool.
right.
Side note again, no features,
No features, bro. No
zero.
features.
I went to the credits on Spotify. It's just my guy.
Just me, man. I mean, I've been away for 4 years, so it's like I didn't want to go too crazy with the features. I think people wanted to hear from me. Like, it was a lot I had to say, so I just felt like,
Yep.
you know, everybody just clear out. Let me ISO this one real quick.
And that's man, this is really a project that you had to satisfy yourself first before putting it out. And when that's the case,
Right.
it can't be a disappointment because it's like, nah, man, I already. So, welcome comes on, bro, and then I hear these vocals, and I already know
Yeah.
a fool like you, man. You've been with the harmonizing, been
Right.
with the. I got different pictures if you want me to show you the pictures,
You
but
feel me?
I'm low key about it. But dog, you put some melodies together, bro, and it's like layered.
Yeah.
It becomes sort of the beat, and that's a
Right.
sound that is like fleshed out on here that I never heard from you before, bro. And I want to say these are
Yeah.
synths. My musician bag is tapping out right about at what's a synth
Yeah.
and all of that. But I want to say it's a lot of those on
hmm
here that do make it
Yeah.
really, really spatial, really sort of
Right.
like the audio, the vocal audio isn't the main like dominant element in the songs. It's kind of what I'm hearing.
Right, right, right. And I mean that's with intent for sure. Like when I went into producing these songs, I wanted to make it feel like, man, it's a world. So I wanted to give it some type of like spatial ambiance to make it almost feel like you shifting, like going through a galaxy almost. Like I feel like it's NASA music. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was intentional, bro. Like
Like
once
you're
I
not
came up
just
with the
listening to
title,
me. Like you're not just
right.
listening to me. You kind of you taking this in. You're this is a go ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. It's just an experience. Like I wanted when I make albums, bro, I want the listener to like be like like amazed, like blown away. Like, man, I felt like whenever I put on a Big Jayce album, I know it's gonna take me somewhere. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I know it's gonna be some type of essence or ambiance or a feel that the project gives me to make like really almost put the person like they're submerging into the album almost. So, I really want you to feel like you almost a part of the world or like you strapping into a roller coaster or something. So
What gave you the confidence to go ahead and singing into the microphone? Like
right,
that first
right.
one sort of got like a Drake intro background behind it. Like
And and again, bro, like I said, I don't want people to say like think that I'm not a Drake guy because I rock with Kendrick so much. Like, bro, I love Drake. Just like everybody else love Drake. You feel me? So like I would definitely say Drake is an influence on my career for sure. Like, especially the way he came through with the melodies. And it's like that was something I always wanted to do. A lot of people don't know this. Used to sing in the church choir, like
there we
quiet
go.
as kept.
There it is.
You
There it
feel me?
is.
Quiet as kept. I
Yeah,
used to. I
facts.
had a few harmonic solos here and there, but you
Ah.
know, I just really was like, man, I want to take the artistic. I want to show people that I'm not just a rapper. It's like, man, I really am artistic, like artistic when it comes to the music, as far as like being wanted to like challenge it and push the envelope. I don't want to just, all right, I'm gonna come in here and spit 216s and then that's it. Like, I want to keep, challenging myself to do new things and expanding my sound and my range. I mean, I feel like ultimately that's how you survive in the game.
Yeah. And you know what? I just realized that in all of that, I don't think I think I got sidetracked from saying what my favorite song was. Um, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep pushing it back because another
Yeah.
part with the vocals. sort of like mixed in everything.
Yeah.
Some of the crispest, vocal elements are the ad libs. And bro,
Yeah.
what's the new one you really rocking with on here? It's sort of it even gives me
It's
a
what?
Cardi. It gives me a Cardi or like a Yachty vibe to it, just to the ad lib part.
Okay. So I mean, I got a few of them that I've been like kind of like working in to like, you feel me, see which ones really stick the most. But you got come on, you got that one
Yeah, there
right
we
there.
go.
You got know what I'm talking about.
No,
You
I'm
got
talking about.
that.
Yeah, no, it's that
And
one. It's
depending on, the song, let's say if I'm singing more or something, I might hit you with the some, little vocals, but the ad libs are definitely a part of I feel like it just gives the song more energy. It makes it fun because a lot of the times I'll listen to songs and I'll like the song, but I might be attached more to the ad libs. So yeah, I think the ad libs play a major part, especially with artists like Cardi, and I feel like Migos was really one of the first ones that I knew about that was going crazy with the ad libs, like
X,
you know, yeah.
Chief
So
Keef,
yeah, you feel me? That whole wave, I think that's like early
even
2011,
Soldier.
12.
Soldier was in there on the ad libs too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So the ad libs is definitely like that's almost. I mean, it's not as important as the verse or hook, but it's up there now. Like a good ad lib could take a song a long way.
Nah, it's like a boxer putting them combinations together. It's like, oh, that's really
Right,
a three piece. Like, he
right,
bop.
right.
Like
Yeah,
it make it connect.
for real.
So like I was saying, I haven't played. I put myself on to like somebody every so on. I forgot how I even. What was the first song to do it? It was definitely that Sincerely Face tape. But bro,
Yeah,
Babyface Ray became for sure my favorite rapper of like the last 2 years, for
nah,
sure.
same, bro, same,
And
same.
I picked up on that for just we mutuals, and what we posting, what we vibing to,
Right.
um, and I don't even they say comparisons to Deeper Joy, so this isn't really that. Um,
Hmm.
but like you said, you mentioned Drake, you mentioned Kendrick, of course,
Yeah,
and that just kind of even being the inspo for some of the passion. I
right.
definitely what I like so like a lot about Face is it feels lackadaisical. It feels it feels like
Right,
effortless. But
right.
when you are listening to it, it's not a style that you can just replicate. Like it
Yeah,
is a very unique. It's like
it's unique.
freestyle bars where they got to end time in pockets. But
Right,
I feel like you pulled that off in your own way, on
right.
here as well. And some of the
Man,
Yachty, man, some of the Yachty, the way he's witty, bro. That's also
mhm,
what I always get from your stuff too, man. It's always something that's gonna make me
right.
laugh, whether it was money doing flips like the Hardys or something like the Hardy
Oh
Bro.
yeah, man, you feel me? And it's like that's how we can get into the culture references too. It's like, bro, we know a lot about a lot of different things. So it's like, man, you might catch some wrestling bars. You might catch some, I watch Invincible. You might catch some Omni Man bars. Like, you never know. Yeah, man, I just try to, stay creative for real. And like, I could say that, Face, the reason that I think his style is so easy to identify with. Number one is because it just sound like he talking to you. It sound like he just having a
So, for
conversation.
sure.
Like, bro, go get your money up. Like, you feel me? That's how I feel like when I hear Babyface Ray. And
On
you
everything.
know, when he first came out, like at the time, like bro, I was really grinding hard. So like, I was just in that zone. I was really relating to everything he was saying, and it just like he makes good like motivational music. And I feel like I'm in that same lane, but just it's a different style. Like I try to, motivate and uplift and try to encourage people to just get to it. You can do everything. You can do anything that you want to do as long as you really put the work in, keep the faith, and just have a
Yeah, believe
strong
in
mindset.
yourself.
Right. Believe in yourself and just
Put
stay
the work
disciplined.
in. Yep.
Right.
So, bro, Alive is nuts, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Bro, Alive it's finna take off, bro. It's absolutely no reason. why it
Oh
shouldn't.
yeah.
I played
Oh
it. I
yeah.
got like maybe 45 seconds in or something, and something was going
Yeah.
on. I had to pause it, and then I came back, and then because I played like the first half in the car, because since you
Yeah.
sent it to me a couple days ago, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this a good listen when at the right time, and then
Yeah.
I finished like the second half in the house, and this one come on. I know I'm like getting towards the end of the tape, but like I told you, I'm not really trying to listen. I'm just letting it play
Yeah.
and or look at it, and I'm like, hold on, bro. It's something about this one where
Yeah.
he is really going crazy. And I don't even know because I'm not even listening like super duper hard, but this is hit
Yeah.
just like off of the, first
Man.
impression. Run it back. Bro, I played that one at least 4 or 5 times today. Like,
That's hard.
bro,
That's
stepping,
hard.
like looking in the mirror,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I hear the lyrics on it, bro. Like, and the message, we gonna make it
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
gonna make it out
Right.
alive. Like, but that perseverance, that spirit comes through adversity. I'm already knowing,
Right.
and
For
that's in
sure.
that's
For
in the
sure.
lyrics. It's in the
For
lyrics. Like,
sure.
nah, bro, what you? I had to look myself in the mirror. Like,
Man.
I
Nah,
I, I
real
really
talk,
mess with that
bro.
one, bro.
Real talk. And that's one of my favorite records on there. Just because so stylistically, I think it's so different. It's like it sound like a rap song, but then it'll sound like a western or a country song. Like I was telling somebody, I was like, man, I could see like a Red Dead Redemption, like a lone cowboy that just he out for vengeance, like he or
Yeah,
he might have lost it all and he just coming back to get everything. And that's kind of like the zone I was in when making that song, bro. It's just like, some things happen in life where you hit these rough patches, and I feel like that's when the best music comes out is when you experience real life, bro, and that emotion is attached to it. So,
you get
and
thoughts you ain't never had, and words start
right,
sounding
right,
artistic. It's like I wish this is just real life. I'm trying to describe it.
right, right. And it's like sometimes, bro, it's just these moments you can't even explain. Like a lot of the songs, like there's some songs on here that where I was writing them, I listen to it and just be like, man, I don't even know how I came up with that. And it's just like I tell people this all the time, bro. Like it's bigger than me. Like it come from God. Like I don't feel like I was blessed with this talent or this, this ability for no reason. So that's my whole thing with the music as well. Like whenever I'm putting out an album or putting out a project, I want to really leave the people with something. You know what I mean? I want them to take away something from the album, like whether it's, again, learning from stuff that I went through or, just simply like encourage you to keep your faith, like anything. Like, but I do feel my purpose and ability I have is deeper than music. It's about encouraging the youth or encouraging whoever it connects with, just to let them know that like you got to keep going. You got to, regardless of field, it applies to anything. That a live song can, you can place that anywhere and it's gonna hit the same because a lot of people can relate to that messaging of, man, I done been through some things, but it's not over. We gonna make it out alive at the end of the day. So, you know,
Yeah, man.
I really do rock with that song.
Every album of yours, project, whatever. It's tricky because like you look at whoever you want to look at, but a lot of dark stuff gets glorified,
Right,
and you
right,
never went that direction
right,
at all with what's come out, like at all. And
right,
I'm sure that that's by choice. And I know it's
right.
not because you had never tested and had a moment
Yeah,
where you
of
like,
course, of
fam,
course.
what's the deal for real? Um,
Right.
but no, man, that's a testament, bro. I love that part of it, and that's another inspo for me to implement some more of that into what I'm doing as well, man. I say sometimes to myself,
Yes,
like, I'm not
sir.
vocal enough on here with my platform about
Right,
a belief, and
right.
that being a part of your work it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes for sure.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
nah, bro, that one is really, really a vibe. I get like there's almost not EDM, but there's almost like electric, like or there's like
Yeah.
some funky like element. It's for one, it's one of them songs where you start talking right away. It's like the beat,
Right, right.
come on, you hearing vocals and first 3 seconds, and you
Set the
just
tone
immediately,
early.
and then it's not rushed. The whole beat kind of got
Right.
the same cadence, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like under control to where it's a constant like rhythm with it. and it's bouncy.
Yeah,
Nah, bro, that one's
yeah.
tough, dog. That one's hella
Man,
tough,
thank
bro.
you, bro. Like I really do appreciate it, man, because that's one of my favorite ones, and I do think that one it will be big. Like we manifest on this show, so I will say Alive will be a big record.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, it is, bro. Air horn, all of that.
Yes, sir.
That's about it on that, bro. I definitely want to hear. We got to talk about this Kendrick and Drake a little bit, a little more. I'm curious at some of your thoughts on it
Yeah,
all too, because, bro, this is Kobe and LeBron, bro. Like,
right.
I don't know a football player that enters the conversation in terms of like the culture that is as
Right.
pervasive as literally like LeBron,
And
Drake,
and
Kobe,
yeah,
Steph,
the
Kendrick.
the
Like,
parallels are just too crazy. Yeah, between Kobe and LeBron and Drake and Kendrick, it's crazy. It's very
it's
crazy.
yeah, a long time of of like waiting, just being on the ride. Never knew what was
Right,
coming next from either of them, honestly, and
right,
probably wouldn't have expected the beef to ever happen or like a
right.
beef to ever happen. Definitely not on this level, bro. So for
And
one, it's like
definitely.
a just like all of May was the beef, bro. Like
Right,
the
right.
whole month of May, the
You
beef dominated everything.
Man, and at that point, I was almost waking up like every day, like, okay, let me refresh,
Literally,
okay,
bro.
you know. So I really feel like we probably won't see a moment like that again. A lot of people reference the Jay-Z and Nas, but that wasn't of this magnitude, bro. Like, and no disrespect, they both are legends in their own right, but Drake and Kendrick, bro, this is literally, here
This
and
was
here, like you said. This is if we get the Kobe LeBron finals in 2010. I really feel like,
yep.
this is what this it would have, this could have how it played out. But
In terms of like it's
uh,
high. This is the highest of hope or expectation, anticipation that we could get for
right,
some. It
right,
no, and it's global. Like this is international,
man,
digital, like immediately.
everybody, everybody,
I don't
and
think
that's the
I don't think some
I
of
was
those
going.
numbers that
Go ahead.
I don't think some of those numbers that not like us set. I don't think those are going to be touched by another song for a minute,
For a
for a
minute, bro.
cool minute.
Right,
Like,
right, and I mean that just goes to show like how big this really was because we've never seen this done to Drake. Like, of course, we saw the story of Adidon with Pusha T and all of that, but it wasn't at this level. Like, that was big. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't really like. I feel like that was a 4.7 earthquake, and then Kendrick came through with a 9 aftershock. Like, it was just incredible, bro. Like on both sides, I don't want to make it seem like Drake didn't do his thing in the beef either. Like that Family Matters song is dope. It's just strategy. I say that he might have underestimated Kendrick. I think a lot of people underestimated him. Um, I did, but that's just because I've seen Kendrick almost from start. Now, I mean, not start to finish, but like since the kind of the
yeah,
beginning of his
you know what he
career to
about.
now.
You know what he
Right,
really, really
right.
about.
And I just felt like it came down to like my whole thing before even the Kendrick response came out. I was like, man, the biggest separator when it comes to music between Drake and Kendrick, it's their tonality, bro. It's their tonality. I'm an artist, bro, so I'm listening to Drake and Kendrick. I know the differences. I love both of their music, but something about Kendrick's tone and delivery, it strikes a certain chord that I'm not gonna say Drake can't do it, but we don't see it often enough to even have something to measure it by. But Kendrick's ability to just shift between voices and cause a different impact, just with his voice alone, it was just like I don't think I just knew that Kendrick would be able to take it a place that Drake couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, he
but
has.
yeah,
he has so much control over
Right.
his delivery. Like he can say something where when he like say performs it, or just whenever you
Mm-hmm.
hear it, like if he say something real clear and precise that you feel like he really standing
Mm-hmm.
over your shoulder, like hey, like I'm
Yeah.
really like in your ear telling you this. Like you can feel
Right.
that through the music. And it's,
Right.
Euphoria is so crazy.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like the reciting it part too, where it's really a performance, dog. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
and he called it, he really called it all on that track. Just like, hey, look, man, warning shots, all of that. If you want to take it there, like this is what I'm gonna leave you with. I just said a whole lot on here, but I can say
Yeah.
something else if I
Right.
really, if you really
Right.
make me say something else. And Family Matters, bro, I think it's a shame that Screw was real, was true. Like, and now in retrospect, we know
Right.
what
Right.
happened. Drake he was down for the 10 count. Ref called it, ref waved it, it's over. And then
Right.
Kendrick
Right.
he
Right.
on the ropes, nigga. The crowd, the ring is they flush the ring.
Right.
Boxers get knocked out. It's all right, bro. You know,
Right.
this
You
is a
win
stand on
some,
the
you lose
record.
some.
But you know what I'm saying? Hey, not everybody ain't gonna
Right.
jump in that ring though. So at the end of the day, you got respect.
That's right.
That Family Matters, man, like he'll probably never perform it now. Because
Yeah.
kind of how could you? But
Hmm.
it would be one of the coldest. He could perform the middle. He could perform
Yeah.
the middle.
Now that's what I'll say. That middle part, but that was my gripe. I'm like, the middle part, the hardest part, but he
And it's
not
not
really
about
going
him.
at dot.
It's not about
Yeah, like
him.
he wasn't really
Nah.
going at dot, but like I said, you can't really take away from that song, bro. Like if this was anybody else but Kendrick, I want to say that would have been nail in the coffin, hang
And
it
I
up, it's over.
and I
But
think he expected it. Like I think he genuinely didn't think he was gonna have to, and he did because he went in and made the heart, which I thought had bars. Like I said, screw whatever's real and all this and
yeah,
that. Now after the fact,
right,
um, but you could tell, nah, man, he thought that was gonna do it,
right,
and it
right.
just didn't. Like
It didn't. It wasn't
it didn't
enough.
for Kendrick. Can't nobody else
Right, right.
like anybody.
Yeah.
ASAP got a tape coming out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna give it one of them
Yeah,
listens.
right.
But
Yeah.
ain't nobody. We ain't trying to hear comebacks and all of that from y'all dragging it out. That Childish Gambino trying to throw. Oh y'all man, hang it up, bro. Not
Nah,
right now.
yeah.
Not right now.
Right, right.
Y'all heard what he did to bodies, man, on that song. Still,
And and that's why I was kind of upset at the time. It's like, yo, this is between A and B. Everybody else need to see their way out of it. Like when I love Rick Ross, but Rick Ross throwing his hat in the ring and just all these other people getting in the mix. I'm like, yo, we've been waiting on this since 2013. Y'all gotta, you feel me, clear out and just let them two duke it out, man. And you know,
this ain't your moment.
ultimately, right. It wasn't a moment, and I know everybody wanted to be a part of it. I think, we experienced it in real time, and it's like in real time you were able to tell like this is one of the biggest moments in not only want to just say hip hop history, I say music history, period.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, because it's
Look
like
at the
we've
numbers,
never
bro.
seen, yeah, we've never seen any type of battle like this on any level in any art form on in any genre of music. I mean, obviously, you pretty much only have dissing and stuff like that in rap, but even Prince and Michael Jackson had a little smoke, back in the day.
Nah,
So,
for sure.
it, and even them, I don't think it was as big as this, and that's saying a lot.
It was hella bold. It showed the power that hip hop
Yeah,
has, the
right.
influence, the a lot of this came to my mind earlier, and you don't gotta respond to this or nothing, but it's a
Yeah.
super tangent. But like a lot of people got something to say about how it looks for Kamala to have had Megan and Quavo at the show talking
Hmm.
about who knows what, and these artists performing
Right, right.
and dancing. For one, y'all aren't a part of this culture. If you got
Right,
something to say about
right,
this and something negative to say about this, how familiar are you with hip hop?
right.
Because we didn't say nothing when Kid Rock was introducing Trump. We don't say nothing
Right.
when Hulk Hogan got up there talking about they went after my hero.
Right. Yeah. Come on now. Come on now.
This is different. This is different. I
Right.
seen the crowd swag surfing. Like
Yeah.
it's like you
Yeah.
can't speak on it if you this goes to why the cloth of Not Like Us hit so hard is
Yeah.
because it's victory lap music, man. It's really like,
Right.
look, if you don't get this, you
It
can't
ain't.
you
Yeah.
look, we not
Yeah.
tripping. Like stay over there.
Right. Right.
100%. Like it ain't nothing
Right.
wrong with it. This speaks to, our creativity, our endurance, our,
Right.
so that like I said, that was a super side note, but in all of this, man, it did a lot, Meryl. It did a lot. It's going down. Oh, they about to win awards and all of that. For
Yeah.
sure, for
For
sure.
sure.
Shout out to
For
Kendrick, bro,
sure.
man. Shout out to the dog, man, because T-Pab is my favorite album of his. And when it
Hmm.
came out, I wasn't messing with it. And
Yeah.
it took until I was about to leave Cali and go to Baylor to where I was like, all right, let me try and get on with this album before I'm really not out here. And what he
Yeah.
did with this and putting the West on such a spotlight, like my best, like my dog, you've heard Shiva because he's my main host on here. He's a
Yeah.
me and him both huge Drake fans. We talk about him all the time.
Right.
His songs and all of that, rapping lyrics. And I'm like, bro, I wish you felt how I feel all the way because as much as
Mhm.
I love Drake, bro, this feels hella good. Like
Yeah.
seeing the West
Yeah.
out here
Yeah.
like this and just our
Man.
swag being different like
Right.
that. Like seeing people on stage that you recognize and
Yeah.
like, hold on, man, this is really different. And this is a
And
moment.
it's been a long time coming too, bro. I feel like the West, ever since I mean, it could be made that the West ain't been on top since the Death Row days. Like if want to look at it from that aspect, I don't look at it like that, but maybe to the rest of the world. So to get that spotlight back on us, and this time it's no negativity, it's nothing, no drama or anything surrounding it. It's like, man, that's almost perfect. And I feel like that by Kendrick doing that, he pretty much just laid it out and opened the door for a lot of these new West Coast artists that's trying to make a name for themselves, including myself. And that was
On
another
everything.
reason why that was another reason why I wanted to drop the album because I just feel like the attention was on us, and it was like, man, I'm not gonna let this momentum go to waste. Especially me being somebody that never met him, but just feeling like I got a connection with bro just off of the certain walks, certain ways he carries himself and certain things he talks about. Like I identify a lot with it, so it's just like, man, like bro, this is it. I look at this as a new West Coast Renaissance. Like this could be that
Gotta
moment
be.
where you look back, yeah, where you
And it's
look
like
back and
get
be
with it.
like, the West is, yeah, man,
Either get with it or you're gonna miss out.
yeah,
Timing. God's timing,
right,
like it's timing is everything.
exactly,
You can't fake feeling like it's time to go. Um,
right,
and on top of that, you battle tested. Same way I'll get on here and talk whatever with whoever I want, whatever the conversation is. Let's have it.
right,
I know you feel that way about the music, bro, and literally
yes,
we'll
sir,
speak on it. Like somebody, what y'all want to do?
right, right,
Literally, what y'all
right,
want to do? You want to have a beat off?
yeah,
You want to go for? You want to freestyle? You want to put some song? Like
right,
I know you feel like
it's,
that about yourself, bro,
yeah,
and it's
of
only a
course,
matter of time, literally. Like, and I don't
right,
think bro,
right.
sooner or later, bro, on everything, man.
Nah,
This is
hey,
happening,
hey,
dog.
1000%, bro. I feel like that, and it's just like when I knew I was in the place I needed to be when I knew I could comfortably stand on my music, on anything that I do musically, and be like, "What's up?" Like
Play it
whoever wanted,
on
like
me, yeah.
bring anybody. We could rap, we could sing, we could see who could write, like whatever you want to do. Like I don't know if you ever seen the movie Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, but
Yeah.
at the end, Cedric was like, "Man, we can race up and down the audience steps." Like I'm with whatever, bro. Like that's how I feel about the music. Like when it comes to anything music, when it comes to rapping, just creating a song, anything, like I'm up for the challenge, bro. Like 1000%.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's about it on the music tip, man. I wanted you to just get on here, bro, and come out the shell a little bit.
Yes,
Let the
sir. Yes,
people hear
sir.
the evil genius
You feel me? Big
behind the
Jayce in the
music.
building. Ah.
Let's talk maybe a little bit of hoops and let's get on out of here, bro. But
For sure.
yeah, man, Team USA did at the end of the day. It took down South Sudan. Final score was 103 to 84, I believe. Let me pull
Yeah.
that back up. 103 to 86, 17-point
Mm.
margin of victory. That's after they came down to a game winner against this team in exhibition play. Shout out
Right.
to South Sudan, bro. Shout out to South Sudan,
Right.
man,
Right.
because
Shout out Luau.
yes, sir. It's a nation that is in its infancy still, and some of the stuff I said with JB on his show this past weekend was that they represent that hunger as well.
Right.
Of they said on the broadcast today, there's not an indoor basketball court in their
I
country.
saw that. Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like these dudes have made it just in terms of basketball infrastructure from, as disadvantaged as it could be to
Right.
the highest level, which is the
Right.
NBA, and playing professionally in other leagues like the NBL in Australia, the Euro League, Turkish League. Like they have reached the same platform that like the American stars are at.
Right.
So
Right.
they combine that with physical traits that no other country really possesses across the board. And by that, I
Right.
mean the crazy length, the natural born athleticism. I don't think that there is an African nation that has had success or looked this competitive
Right.
against Team USA ever.
Right.
I'm not sure if that. I'm not sure if there is. This is probably the
No, I think
closest gap. Is
I think you spot on with that one. I think you spot on with that one. I can't. There's no one that comes to mind when you say that, and even just watching them today, like they're guys, the way they're just so limber and their ability to move. That's what I was more impressed by. These are all like 6'9", 6'8" guys that are just moving like with
yes.
speed, athleticism. It was just like, man, you get
I,
these guys a few more Olympics, they might be competing in that, for a medal soon.
and
You
well,
know.
one of these guys was 17-year-old on the national team. He's the top recruit at Duke next year.
Yeah,
So
I heard.
I want to say his name's like Malua. I'll get it. I'll get real. We'll all get real familiar with him in due time. Um,
Right.
that says literally so much. The fact that you went
Mm-hmm.
from not in the conversation at all 10 years ago
Right.
to we're here and like we're not afraid. And it goes
Right.
to show that that player, that archetype, essentially, specifically a player of African descent who
Right.
is, who has a motor, who is mad
Mm-hmm.
fit athletically, combined with oftentimes somewhere between 6'7" to 6'9", 6'10".
Right. Right.
But through all of that, has natural agility, some footwork, want to throw in some ball handling for some of the most high end
Mm-hmm.
prospects, and that's where you get guys, bro. Almost every Division I team or at a high
Mm-hmm.
level has players like that on their team. At my time at Baylor,
Right.
we had Jolua Chuwil, who was a guy like that. Nuni Omat, who's
Mm-hmm.
a guy on this team, was at Baylor when I was there.
Yeah.
When I was at UNLV, one of our centers, Czech Bake. It's like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
they have intangibles, toughness
Yeah.
that just are you can't really replace it. Shout out to Joel and Tomboy, his brothers, Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah.
Like you see these guys all throughout the college game on like some of every roster. I remember 2019 Summer League was the first one I got to cover. And
Mm-hmm.
Mario Shayok was playing for the 76ers. I will show
Yeah.
you the audio recorded in my phone. I got a one-on-one interview with him after one of his games because
Right.
bro was hooping.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch these games today, you'd be like, nope, I can spot a hooper when I see a hooper. And I was
Right. Right.
familiar with him because he played at Iowa State his last season. And
Mm-hmm.
that was, Big 12. That was playing Baylor. So I'm like,
Right.
I know
Right.
this guy, and look at him really getting buckets. This is somebody who's been knocking on the door of the league. I'm talking about I was impressed by him in Summer League in 2019. The fact that he never
Yeah.
became a household name in the league. I heard that he averaged, I think, 19 in Australia this past season. So it's like, bro, that's
Mm.
or no, 19 or 20 in the G League, but still, you averaging 20
Right.
somewhere in the pros, you getting busy.
Right.
It's just a testament to these guys, man. It's like we've become subconsciously familiar with like how dangerous they are as pieces
Yeah.
on every
Mm-hmm.
team, whether that was, in uh Wayne and Gabriel was getting minutes for the Lakers, Kentucky
Right. Right.
product, to Mo Bamba's, like just these guys are like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, these are pieces assembling a team of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sooner than
Yeah.
later, it's
That's
gonna be real
scary.
nasty.
Yeah, and that's what I said, man. Giving them a few more years, few more Olympics under their belt, bro. They're gonna be seriously competing because, again, like the guys that have the on their team, they have the build that is like the prototype for the NBA right now. That's 6'7" to 6'9", two that play, 1 through 4 almost like.
Yep.
That's the way the league is shifting, and they're ahead of the game almost with that one. So
And I forgot who it was as well, but they set the tone. USA jumped out to a 6-0 lead, timeout.
right,
It was like a bang 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 six too. Like, ooh,
yeah,
this looking 30-point-ish, like blowout-ish.
right,
And they called a timeout. Things slowed down a little bit. They got a bucket. Somebody hit a three, and then somebody turned the corner driving against LeBron and got a step,
hmm
and somebody whose name
and
you were not familiar with flushed it. One of those where
dunked it.
Bron,
Yeah,
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 Bron stopped. He
hmm
said, "I'm not contesting that. Bro got me. Yeah, this is not going to end well
yeah,
for me. Business decision, Bron." And bro
right,
set the
right,
tone to be like, yeah, not so fast. Like y'all not
right,
finna doing that. The team kind of really settled in after that moment. And Team USA got comfortably at some points, but I think this is an insane Team USA.
yeah,
More
for
thoughts on the
sure,
game. Joel Embiid didn't play today,
at
and
all, at
that could
all,
be
yeah,
in response to some of the criticism he's gotten publicly. But that's also
hmm
a look. We're not gonna put Miles on our guy. He's gonna be
right,
there when we need him. This speaks to the versatility of this team. Bam
right,
Adebayo took that extra opportunity. Damn near didn't miss.
right. I
Went
gotta
seven.
salute Bam too. He's been doing this thing this Olympics. I've been really impressed by Bam and AD for sure.
Definitely from the bigs, and it spoke to what this team could be. It was hard to predict because it's like, man, y'all
hmm
can just go a lot of ways. Y'all can go small ball, hating them at the
Right,
power forward, run Halliburton, Steph, Booker, and just, really get up and down like that.
yeah,
Y'all can play with the Giants, Bron, KD, Anthony Davis,
hmm
another
Embiid.
another stretch somewhere in there. Like,
Right.
yeah, where it's really, nah, y'all going to feel this team physically. And shout
Yeah.
out to Kerr. I think Kerr was, by not playing Embiid today, not playing Tatum and Halliburton in the first game, to starting Tatum
hmm
today, making sure
Right.
Halliburton got some rotation minutes. I think it was sort of just in the message that, look, none of y'all, you're all great
Right.
outside of, our captains and most experienced players, just so that way y'all know and y'all can be comfortable with it. Don't matter about you. This ain't about any one of
Right.
us, for real, for real. And
Right.
it's a question. It's to keep the wild card in your pocket against some of the international competition that's also going to be ready for them.
Right. And to go back to South Sudan, I feel like that has to be a huge like confidence booster, knowing okay, we're actually competing with who's looked at as the team that's ahead of the field. It's Team USA and then the rest of the field. So if we can actually compete with these guys, I feel like they got to feel like okay, playing against any other team, like we could have a real legit chance. You know what I mean? And
Because they were playing. It wasn't nothing
yeah,
50%, 70%, any of that.
right,
You saw KD just like in the third quarter timeout, like scream. How many
right,
times you
right,
done seen Kevin Durant
right.
swing his arms and like, get busy when it's not
Yeah,
either the fourth last 2 minutes playoffs? We've seen him
right,
hit championship daggers and stand there.
right.
Like,
Pull up threes. Yeah,
no emotion. And
right,
he's literally like, just outward expression about
right,
doing that. So that goes to show that y'all earn their respect as
right,
peers and
right.
as competitors. And
hmm
they're gonna win some games. France should have lost to Japan yesterday.
Yeah.
And I
It's
think it was
it's
I think it was a questionable ejection on Hachimura.
oh
Side
yeah,
note,
yeah,
I'm with the
yeah.
sports betting. What's even more funny is that his prop total was 24 and a half. Tell me why he had 24 with with like 6 minutes left.
Yeah,
It got him out of
that's
there.
crazy.
And if you see
Yeah.
the replay, and there's so many different things about the international style,
Mm-hmm.
so conditioned to the NBA style. But they show in
Mm-hmm.
one of the replays I had to see on social media, bro didn't touch him on the 3-pointer that they called
Yeah,
the foul on in the last 5 seconds, 4-point play
that
to
was
tie it
bad.
up.
Yeah.
He didn't really touch him. But in the international style, the game moves different. The commentary is different. The officiating is different.
It's different, yeah.
And coming off a ref in these games, I really like it because it's like, you know what, bro? No, I'm not whistling that. Yeah,
Right,
it
right.
might have been something, but play basketball. Keep
Play
playing.
on,
Which
yeah.
you gonna
Right.
stop playing because you didn't hear the whistle? Like, since when did this become? You know what I'm saying? A computer game, like a video game? No, like
Right, right. And it's like for me, like watching the FIBA basketball, I've been like so used to the NBA. I'm waiting for the challenge. Like I'm waiting for them to start challenging some of these calls, and I'm like, oh man, that's only an NBA thing. But
real.
that just goes to show you how different the game is. It's like a lot of the players are arguing with the rest, but it's mainly Team USA, and I just think it's funny. But I think it's great though to see everybody so locked in. Especially Bron at this stage. This being Curry's first Olympics is crazy, but you
It is. It's
know,
dope. That won't be overlooked either. He
yeah,
gonna go crazy one of these games. He gonna have a moment.
yeah, for
Has
sure.
to.
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on the 8, 9, 10, 10 3-pointer game from Steph or something like.
Seeing these
We do for
dudes,
one.
this was like this was almost like you the big man on campus. You already done kind of had your moment, but like
Yeah.
everybody forced you to come to the function. Like, no, dog, you
Right,
were coming
right,
to the club tonight, or like, no, you were
right,
coming to this
right.
party. We finna kidnap you because it's like he perfected this style that the world has tried to play catch up to, and is damn good at it
Yeah,
now. Like you look at
right,
the guards on Japan, somebody that was under 6 feet, bro hit like six
right.
threes, step back, and
Yeah.
we can easily go back in time. The world
Hmm.
wasn't playing the way they were now
Right,
prior to Steph and Curry. Like, so
right.
this
That's a
was
fact.
just like, yo, come show face. You know what I mean? Steph, like, get out here.
Right.
It's out of respect what a lot of these folks is doing. Segueing that into sort of the regular season. We ain't gonna talk too much Lakers, but
Yeah.
how do you feel like this will play out, this experience overall for these guys going back to the season? Because there's a couple ways to look at it. Like, from an Anthony Davis or
Man.
Joel Embiid perspective, is the knock on y'all is you got to play yourself into shape,
Hell.
or you're not
Right, right.
100% as much when we need you
Hmm.
to be. You could look at it as extra mileage. You could look at this as staying in game shape over the season, to where you might hit a
Right,
running start next season, and instead of us
right.
being 20-20 by Christmas or January, we first place because you came in on
Right.
some
31 and
gangbusters. Like,
9. Right, right.
yeah, you didn't miss a beat,
Hmm.
because you were locked
Yeah.
in. To guys like Ant, guys like SG, open it up to internationally as well. Guys like SGA,
Hmm.
you already saw it this past season, but this is going to do a lot for a lot of boys'
Yeah.
confidence coming into
Yeah,
next
for
season as
sure.
well. Like
For sure.
Ant and Halliburton and some of the younger dudes are definitely going to bring this back to their squad and just think of themselves differently with with a gold medal
Right.
to their name.
I'm most excited to see where Anthony Edwards goes after this. He's already a superstar in the league, but I just think him being under that tutelage of, his favorite player is KD, so he's getting to work out and practice with KD every day. Seeing how Bron and Curry how they move and carry themselves. So he's what 22, 23. So if he's able to pick up on that leadership that they are carrying now and take that back to the young Timberwolves team and be that leader they need. I mean, what they were just in the Western Conference Finals, right? If I'm not
Semis.
mistaken.
Yep.
Oh, semis, yeah. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
was just in the semifinals. So
Barely.
I
Barely.
mean, yeah, that could easily turn into a finals run next
I might be
year.
wrong as well. Am I wrong? Was it Mavs Wolves in the conference finals, or that was the second round?
That's what I want to say. It was the finals. I can't recall, but if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was the finals. I think,
I believe so.
but
It was because second round was OKC and Dallas. Yep, sure was. Yeah,
yeah.
no, bro,
So,
it's scary for the league because he's getting what
hmm
a lot of folks didn't. When Bron at 22, 21, 20 whatever
hmm
went to the Team USA, it was, it was the young bucks and it didn't
right,
pan out. It didn't pan out well.
right,
When KD sort of went at the early stage in his career, even though he was already like he was in the finals by like year 4.
hmm
So
right,
really only Ant and Tatum are at that level where they're the greatest players of their era are going to
hmm
treat them as peers while they're still relatively young, like, and have their
right,
respect as peers. Like they're gonna go back.
right,
Yo, no, I might have been hating on his Ant a little bit last season just because
hmm
everybody, he was getting a whole lot of hoopla.
right, right.
I ain't got nothing to say right now. Bros really
Yeah,
I didn't went toe
he's
to toe with
legit.
him behind closed
Yeah,
doors, no cameras, no TV. Nah, bro gets like it's gonna be a different sort of
yeah,
respect he gets from the league, from his peers,
right.
and bring it to his team for sure, leadership wise.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm excited to see that because I mean it's the changing of the new guard, man. It's you know, Bron is getting up there. He's still performing at an extremely high level. So I
It's
don't even know
wild.
at this point.
It's
I don't
wild.
even know. But as you know, as the years do pass, it's like Curry's in his, mid to late 30s. All of these guys that were just coming up when we were, 13, 14, 15, these guys are now pushing 40, and we're seeing that next generation of the Edwards, the Shays, the Wimbies, like, to expand the
Man, oh
game into
man.
this outside of USA. But man, it's just I like the direction the NBA is going in, and introducing all of this new talent and seeing all of these new young guys come up, and it's like up for grabs who's going to be that next face of the league after all the old big dogs are retired. You know, so I'm excited for sure. I think next season is going to be great.
No, it really
Yeah,
should
I'm
be.
excited.
It really should be. There, probably the last thing, man. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, Tatum. This was a convo me and Shiv had, I believe. Yeah, we did on the
yeah,
post finals pod where we said it may sound crazy right now, but in everybody's mind, KD is top 15. You know what I'm saying? Like at least all time.
right,
If it
right.
wasn't for a couple lost seasons to injury, he would finish in the
Probably
top
10.
5 of
Yeah,
scoring at least.
yeah,
And he'll probably get to 7, 8, 9 or something still.
right.
Um Tatum could possibly take that spot by like the
hmm
end of his career. Essentially, KD is the second best wing, second best small forward, power forward. Maybe put LeBron right ahead of him, just in terms of career.
Right.
As a player,
Yeah.
we know that KD is as different and gifted as they come,
Right.
all time. But Tatum could legitimately be on. What do you think to that statement of he's got one before
Yeah.
almost all of these dudes got their first one? And
Right.
this looks like a not one, not two,
Yeah. They can run off
not
a
three.
few of them.
Like a lot of these boys are under contract. Jaylen
Yeah.
Brown is also a top 5 wing in the league. And I don't know if there's been a as tough, wing duo since
hmm
Mike and Scotty. So if that's what we're talking about,
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the ceiling for these boys right now?
Man, and this is coming from a Laker fan, so it's
On everything.
man, it's hurt me to say this, but nah, Boston got some with they got some right now, and like you were saying, bro, this doesn't look like it's gonna be a one time thing. What they were already in 2 finals in the past 4 years? I want to
Yep.
say.
Yep.
So, that's that's saying something. And I think the first one, they was probably maybe 24, 25 at the time. So it's like you put all of that into consideration. And it's like, man, it's the same team, same coach. They got the formula, man. I feel like Jason Tatum. I mean, I look at him as the main guy on that squad. I'm not sure how everybody else does, but I really feel like when it's all said and done, he's gonna have an argument because you gotta figure, barring any energy injuries or anything, he's probably gonna give you a good 15 to 17, maybe even more years. And in that span, I could see him getting, 4, maybe,
Yo, and his playoff resume is gonna go stupid because
Right.
conference final. It was a quote he said after they took care of Cleveland. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've made it to the second. This is my Tatum voice. He was like,
Yeah.
I've made it to the second. I've never lost in the second round of my career, or I've
Yeah.
never not made it to the second round or further in my career. And it's
Right.
like, all right, bro, you humbly flexing right now.
Right.
Talking
Right. I
about I don't
mean,
know what losing in the first round is like. At least so
right.
it's scary now that they got the confidence of an NBA of a banner behind them as
Right.
well. I think
Right.
LA gotta cook something up this year. What you think of JJ?
Man.
You gonna give him
I
3 months? What
I'm
you thinking? You to do
I
something?
mean, so I'm not expecting. I feel like I'm a realist, bro. With the roster we have right now, I'm not expecting us to win no ring. Um, I feel like right now we looking at the same place we've been probably the past few years. Probably in that same seven to nine seed spot,
In
bro.
the playing?
Yeah, we playing merchants right now, but I'm not gonna slam the door all the way on JJ after the first season. I know, yeah, but it's like in LA, bro, you don't got too much of a leash, like, and that's just the way we conduct business out here. Like that's how it's been like since Phil. I mean, if you really look at the Lakers' history, they find that one coach and stick with him, and then after that, they just switching it up until they find somebody. So, I think JJ knows a lot about the game. He's played in the NBA. I'm not sure he was a 16-year veteran or something like that.
Yeah, or
So
4 or
I know he
5, something
knows
like
what
that.
you feel me. I know he knows the game, but I just want to see the respect the players have for him. Because he hasn't been out of the league that long to where people are looking at him like, oh yeah, this my OG, or you feel me? Because I don't know. I really
I
can't
feel
call it
it.
with him. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, but I don't have too high expectations and I don't have too low expectations. I'm just in the middle. I'm along for the ride at this point. I think to sum it up, that's what I'll say. I'm along for the ride right now.
You'll take him over D Ham.
A ham sandwich, yeah, I'll take him over ham sandwich, man. And although I do feel like
They did him a
Ham got
little
a bad
wrong.
rap. Yeah, he got a
They did,
little.
bro.
You
They
feel
did.
me? He won. Hey, he won what? He won an in season. He won an in season tournament championship.
Hey,
So
talked about it a couple episodes back for sure that he kind of felt like he took the blame. They put the blame
yeah,
on him. It is what it is, but
hmm
he wasn't great. But it's a challenge. He was a player's coach. I
yeah, for
go
sure.
for a bit more. I need my coach to get a tech every now and then. I
Right,
need
right. He was a little too, and then like the players just didn't respect him, bro. Like it was so
bro.
many clips I would see on Twitter. It's just like, yeah, they don't respect bro at all, man. Like, so I mean,
Bro
I
was the
knew he was
co-pilot.
gone, but
He was the
yeah, that
co-pilot.
was yeah. But I
We
mean,
got
all
one.
in
We got
all,
one for sure, man. Because
yeah,
man, it don't make sense. Last season, it felt like it went down the drain with a healthy Bron and AD year, relatively.
man,
So
man,
if we can replicate that, man, I've been the leader of the AD bandwagon. I love Anthony Davis. In terms
yeah,
of giving him his respect, and there not being another big like him in the league, two ways
right, right, right.
independently.
Him not
So
having a decoy is still crazy to me.
nuts. He
It's still
deserved it.
crazy
He
to
deserved
me.
it this year. Who was the Lakers'
Yeah, for
second best
sure.
defender? Who was their second best defender this year?
You can't even name it. I mean, you can't name it.
And
So
he literally held the team together on the boards
yeah,
and as our back line. Whereas, Minnesota got 7 good defenders. And who
right,
got it?
right.
Bam Adebayo maybe got it. I forgot. I think Rudy did get, or Wembanyama, I gave it
Rudy
to him
got it.
before,
Yeah,
but
Rudy again. I don't. Yeah. I mean,
he deserved
I
it,
don't
bro. Yeah, that
understand
was
that
that
one.
was
Yeah.
crazy, but it's all good. I want him to have that chip on his shoulder still. Go get another
Right.
chip, AD. You showing
Right.
Team USA was good right now, so
Right. For sure.
bring that energy
Do
back
you?
to the land.
I got a question, bro. Do you think they are gonna ship D'Lo? You think he's out of here?
Yeah, they trying to. I think the market isn't dumb hot,
Yeah.
and I applaud the front office for having a little bit of patience. My
Yeah.
coming into the offseason, I'm like, all right, do what y'all do, but try to keep the roster like mostly intact. Don't go trade 6, 7 dudes
We don't need a
for one or
reconstruction every
two
year, bro.
to then try and go just give better minimums for the rest of the roster because you're gonna have no continuity.
Right.
You're not gonna understand each other. They're not gonna be bought in. They're not gonna be a team
Right.
until February, and then it's too late.
That's
Y'all
been
playing catch up.
yeah. That's been my biggest gripe with the Lakers is that every year we got an entirely new roster outside of AD, LeBron, and Reeves. Like, like for since that championship we won in 2020, we've had a new roster every year, bro. So I
So
mean,
much
like that's
talent.
why I can't really fault the Lakers. Just like, bro, we don't have no continuity. A lot of the teams that's been winning in recent, his memory, they've had those groups for
Oh,
like
of
what
course.
3-4 years. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah, I just think continuity is key.
Yeah, keeping that same energy that y'all had in the locker room, losing to Denver 2 years in a row, coming
Right,
in year 3 where it's like, nah, bruh, nah, not this year.
right,
Like it ain't going,
right.
but just with the right extra piece or two. So and
Hmm.
they've been reluctant to just, sell the draft picks. So if they
Yeah,
are holding out for the right package, I think Hachimura just showed them that they don't need to flip D'Lo and some first to go get Jeremy Grant. Like
right, right.
Rui was up and down last year, but then again, brand new teammates. So like we kind of
Right.
just playing like you got it ball for half the season. Like I don't know. I think you're kind of
Yeah.
nice. Go ahead. Like I see glimpses of it, but we don't know how to just tap into it and the toughest point. So a year of sticking together,
Right.
they didn't really get a chance to combine all of the length that they got out there. They didn't really get a chance to play AD, Vando, LeBron, Rui, Jackson Hayes,
Right.
like all together, like in a
Right.
rotation for their front court. So year 2 spinning the block will be cool. D'Lo, man, he showed what he could do, man. I think he likes being a Laker. The fact that
Yeah.
he played with Kobe, playing in purple and gold, he's never gonna take
Hmm.
that lightly because he's
Lightly.
gonna say,
Right. Right.
MFR, like, you don't know what 2-4 would have said.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
was in the
He's one
locker
of the
room with
last
bro.
ones that. Yeah. He's one of them last ones that can. You know. He experienced it. I mean, he didn't experience at its height, but like
Nah,
when
you
you play
did
with the
though.
Mamba, you play with the Mamba. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Now I really feel like if they can do that deal with I did hear Portland was shopping around Simons though.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm glad we talking about
so
this too because I was gonna forget to say
yeah,
it. Who I think that they should. Rumor has it
yeah.
you can get this man for arguably as low as the minimum right now.
Hmm.
Rob Pelinka, give Markel Fultz a phone call.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure,
Give bro a
for
phone
sure,
call. Like,
for sure.
I think his stock went so crazy because of the whole Philly, who knows what
The
happened,
debacle, yeah.
injury,
Hmm.
body, and all of that. I've watched Markel Fultz this last 2 years resemble the player that they built up as a prospect to where he was like an unquestionable number one over
Right,
Jason Tatum. Like
right, right.
he was so cold as just a fluid, explosive scorer coming out of UW, and that area has produced so many pros right now too.
Right.
That's not lost. He got thrown into something that threw him for a personal roller coaster. I had to get my body right.
Right.
I had to get my mental right. I'm on some don't talk to me. This ain't what I expected. That was real life adversity that he had to try
Right.
and maneuver. I'm a first round
Right.
pick. I'm getting traded. I know I can. Y'all don't understand what's going on. None of us really know what's going on, but why he lost
Right.
his ability to play the way he
No,
did.
yeah.
It slowly but surely has come back.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of the respect and like the the mutual respect for his game, like amongst basketball. But when you respect somebody's game that you on the court
Right.
with, and when you kind
Right.
of don't, you one step to close out, or y'all
Yeah.
don't act like nah, we good. Like he was getting we good energy for like a year or two, and
Yeah.
still
For
kind of is
sure.
proving that it's not like that. He's not a volume shooter like that anymore. I think
Mm-hmm.
his ceiling is still very high. All that to
Right.
say, I think that a very high end player is still there. You don't got to go be an all star for us now. We just need another. We needed it last year. We need an athletic
Right.
creator at the point who
Right.
could play defense
I was about to say he
as
can play
well as get
defense.
their own,
That's what we need. Yeah.
and he's got the tools physically. Like
And
he's
he's
got that
young still.
definitely. And bro's bouncy. He is
Yeah.
bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Got some shoulders to him. Got some, So the price that they could get him right now, same
Yeah.
way Jackson Hayes was a lottery pick and they got him for almost nothing last summer.
Right.
He needs to be on the team somewhere next year.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. He just needs the opportunity, man. He goes somewhere that will allow him to play. And I don't even want to say play his game, but just give him the opportunity to be him on the court. I feel like he'll definitely be able to thrive for sure.
But at the end of the day, yeah, man, we got Brown, we got AD, and if we make it there, if y'all don't have Jokic, ain't nobody in the West other than that beat them in the playoffs. Phoenix snuck them one
Man,
year, but they wasn't healthy in the first
right,
round.
right.
That little first round. So other than
And
that,
man, we might have had we might have had a repeat if AD don't get hurt that series. I really
oh
felt
man, that
because
was a good. They was ready. Remember, no, that was Andre Drummond doing the shadow shimmy on the baseline, game
yeah,
1 and 2.
I'm,
They was disrespecting that. They was playing with that
bruh.
team before he
It
got
was
hurt.
it was man, it was looking like it was over for the Suns, man. That's all I'll say. I don't know if we was up 2-1 or if it was 1-1, but whenever AD got hurt, that just shifted the whole momentum, and it's like we've been clawing to get back to that, into that groove we was
For
in.
real.
But yeah, but I mean, I gotta attribute it to the continuity, bro. Like a lot of people, we done had a lot of people done that purple and gold over these past, 3-4 years,
A
and
lot.
the one that got away always for me is gonna be Malik Monk, man. I wish
Yeah.
we still had him on the roster somehow, but it is what it is.
Nah, man, we could really keep going, man. I heard a lot of rumors. They were saying they might be looking at Lonzo again.
Man, and then when you mentioned, him getting picked over Tatum, I was like, man, even Zoe Ball, it's Zoe Ball. But yeah, nah, I think Zoe gonna come back and do smooth. I'm rooting for him. I'm
Yeah, he
rooting
done
for
came
him.
out
I
of
do
shell
miss him. Yeah, I miss him being out there on the court. Even Melo, it's like both of them kind of been dealing with injuries, and they from the West, bro. I love to see
Oh,
players from
bro,
the West
yeah.
Coast,
Melo get a whole
thriving in
lot
the
of
league.
for sure. Melo get a whole lot of undue slander. Lest we forget, All Star year
Yeah,
two, year two.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. He's
Like
yeah,
let him get some cohesiveness around him, or
right.
just let him get up out of there. He already done locked in the
Yeah,
max, but you know what I'm saying? Like let him fall in the right environment. Melo's different. Melo's different too.
yeah, he is, and that be the thing about the contracts. I get it. I want like people gonna get that money when they can get that money, but I want to see him on a different team, bro. Charlotte is not the right market for Melo. He need to be
Yeah,
somewhere under the bright lights because his game is tailor made for it. So
on everything.
yeah,
Nah, man, this is what it do, bro.
yes,
This is
sir.
money, man. This is money. I'm gonna need something fresh when I get around to season 3 on the ins
Oh
and
yeah, for
outs.
sure. For sure, I got you, man. We working. That's all I'm gonna say. We working. We stay working. Matter of fact, hold
I
on.
see it. Nah, man. Like, follow, and subscribe. We appreciate you for listening. Tap in with my dog,
sir.
man. Hit him on socials. Go stream, purchase, download, pirate, whatever you doing with the music, man. Go get that Big Jayce World. You need to hear it, bro, because this is about the exposure more than anything. This is gonna be a stepping stone more than anything.
Right.
So go hear that. Go listen to that good music, man. I'm tearing
tell
up.
a friend to tell a friend about Big Jayce. That's what we're gonna say. Tell a friend and tell them to tell their friend about Big Jayce.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to be a part of it, bro. That's it, man. I'm gonna tap in with you real soon.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Salute. Appreciate you for having me on, bro.
Of course, man. This ain't nothing, bro. Natural. Just doing my due diligence. Happy to get you before the masses, man.
Oh man, we gonna run it back soon too.
On everything. Till next time.
Ah.